Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris Ashes to Ashes. So I have no idea what we're going to be doing this part. I haven't exactly thought about it, which is probably something that I should try to do going forward. But oh well, too late for this part. How many planets that are upset? 3. Okay, you're the most upset. And you guys aren't gonna go away until 24-22. And I think I already checked this, but just to be on the safe side, because I might have forgotten. I don't believe I can. Oh no, I can. Okay. Get this over with as fast as possible, guys. I should probably set everybody to that. So you should, yeah, be on extermination. It might just take a moment for the game to take over and register that. You're there. I assume I wanted you to go home after you dealt with whatever you were dealing with over there. Okay, still gonna take about 16 years, so I should probably institute martial law so that they don't rise up. You are at full strength. Apparently. You certainly don't look like it, though. I guess I haven't given you the battleships. No, I have. Okay, they're being produced. Never mind. Okay. Now, I do kind of want to deal with these marauders here, but I do partly worry that if I actually deal with these marauders, it's unlikely that we'll see the Khan event chain. So, I also kind of want to leave them be. So, yes, I think we'll just leave them be for now, but I do want to deal with them, in all honesty.
Construction complete.
You go and research that. Do I already have dark matter? I do. It's just more dark matter. Why was I taking this over then? Oh, I think it was to build another starbase to block off the Kezim Citizen League. I am, however, actually over, just one at least, over my cap for starbases. So, you know what? Change of plans. We're gonna downgrade you. However, I'm still gonna be over my cap, so I'm gonna downgrade you as well. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. That basically blocks off the Kazam Citizen League.
Construction complete.
You're in the Federation.
Construction complete.
With the Ubrak regime. I could go and mostly deal with the Kelazan Republic, which I certainly wouldn't complain about. They would still have a couple of systems left, just 2 though. But they're already pretty much out of the game. I would mostly just be dealing with these random areas that they control back there.
Construction complete.
Oh, and okay, they read. Wow, okay. The Kelazan managed to rejoin, and then it immediately collapsed as a result. Well, there's still some people in it, but the Huvadu Zen Star Realm and Obrak regime then left. And... okay. Oh, game. Oh, how's your war going? You are winning, and actually quite well.
Construction complete. The pitiful Xenos have banded together in a federation.
And the Kazam Citizen League has now created a new one with the Obrak regime. God, the AI doesn't know what it wants to do, apparently. Because it's just doing random crap. Where are the fleets? Right here. 4 months and we'll get a +5 to energy credits, or +5%, which will be great, because then I might not need to rely on capacity overload as much. Of course, you felt the need to die right then and there. We'll go with you. You're the youngest and you're also psychic, so you'll still get a bonus to speed. Although I would have loved if you were voidcraft and psychic. I would have made it even better, but that's not what happened, sadly. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in some of these holes in our border, because there's no real reason to keep them around. I will probably go in and actually upgrade our armies to 20 armies each. But for now, we'll keep them at 12. I don't think plasma cannons lead to anything that I actually ever really use. I've never really used the proton launchers except for very early on when Stellaris first came out. But beyond that, I've never really used the torpedoes or even the energy versions. I don't bother with planetary shield generators because that requires me to actually, well, build them, and I don't see a reason to build them because I prefer to just make sure the enemy can't bomb my planets. Resource replicator, very expensive, but 40 minerals. It's certainly not bad, although, and it's not planet unique, so if you have a large enough economy, you could in theory replace all of your mines with resource replicators. Because it doesn't say it's planetary unique. Although admittedly it seems that it sometimes doesn't say that when things are actually unique. But it is an option, and I might go for it because it'll take a long time to research better shields. I just don't know if our economy is large enough to actually have resource replicators on a
construction complete.
Large enough number of our worlds.
We have mastered a new technology.
Sacred Nexus. We could certainly stand to do with more food, so I will actually go for the bigger farms. Although I would love either of these, or hell, even the command matrix for +5% fire rate. But we need extra food. We're only making 83. Also, I'm going to rename you to the 2nd Transport Fleet, and you're supposed to be following these guys around.
Construction complete.
Let's go ahead and Upgrade the temples. Why are you pissed off? You're part of the Superiority Vanguard, which aren't upset. I think it's just because of the planet. Yes. Minus 10% happiness as a result of abandoned terraforming project. I don't think I've ever had that event work out in my favor, so I'm pretty sure that's why I decided to abandon it or dismantle it or whatever rather than leave it be. In 13 months, though, we will have access to a Titan. I should probably build defenses around these. I have money, so, or minerals, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's make sure we get these defense platforms built along our border on this side. Do we not have FTL in? No, we have to have FTL inhibitors. It's just the game's not showing it. You should have it. Yes, you do. Game's just not showing the symbol on some of these bases for some reason. Because I see it back here, but not over here.
Construction complete.
And yeah, you're showing it, so it's not like it's because I have a planet in this system. But somebody broke their migration pact. You continue to help the sector build up. Otherwise, it'll take forever. Do I have production targets on? No, I don't. But I could enable it.
Construction complete. Construction complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Are your ships just that much more experienced? Out of curiosity? Because that is a pretty significant difference in fleet power. Normally it's not that significant. It could also be because you're skill 6 and you're a psychic while this guy's not a psychic and is only skill 4. I suppose that's a possible reason. This next one is the last one to be built here, and then we're done. Hopefully we do get the mega structure engineering tech or whatever it's called so that I can repair this and colonize it, of course.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Yeah, you're pretty much done. I think all these guys are pretty much done. The Omni Hub, Krascox Union, Kazem Citizen League, and the Star Realm are potential threats. These 4 could put up a fight. Although that's mostly because of naval cap and tech from the looks of it. We got Titans, and of course the game doesn't give me the megastructure engineering tech. So let's go ahead and get superfluid materials, and let's go and check out our Titan. I said our Titan. For whatever reason, it doesn't automatically come equipped with the beam weapon, which is a little weird because it should. I would like actually the subspace snare game, if I'm going to be completely honest. I care more for attempting to prevent the enemy from running away more than anything else. Also, shield capacitors, not auxiliary fire control. Our chance to hit shouldn't be that bad. I mean, what's it on our battleships out of curiosity? Actually, it doesn't tell you, sadly. I wish it did. That'll be fine. And we'll build one of those. I don't know for who. I don't even know if we can fit it. No, because the Titan is 16. So I can't equip a Titan just yet. Did you have a... No, you didn't. Okay. I was kind of hoping that that had a...
Construction complete.
What's it called? Oh god. Yep, that's what happens when play other things. Oh well. Let's fill in that hole. And you just continue filling in this whole area.
Construction complete.
And yes, I do actually need to tighten assembly yard, so let's go ahead and build one of those. Oh, but you need to be a citadel for me to do that, apparently. Okay. Well, if any fleet's gonna get it first, it would be the first fleet, although... yeah, that's gonna take a good little while. Plus I'm spending minerals to go ahead and take over this other stuff. Status quo white peace for that war up there, so I'm guessing you don't have any claims on that stuff. Which seems a little poorly thought out. And you just made a defensive battle with these guys. The Omni Hub are on my side of the space, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Construction complete.
But they're gonna get to live for a little while.
Construction complete.
Because I have other things to do.
Construction complete.
Okay, that sector does have a construction ship, but it's taking its sweet old time.
Complete.
They can own that system if they want to take it. Because it's just going to result in some very ugly borders. I mean, it's already pretty bad over here, but if I take over these two systems, it won't be as bad.
Construction complete.
Oh, and our leader just died. Institute martial law over on that world, which does have some of our pops, so it's mostly just because there's still a number of their pops. And I only have the choice of one person, so I'm just gonna straight out abstain because there's no point in me voting. Now, I don't know why it's showing these two. And honestly, those templates don't even have to exist, so let's actually go ahead and delete them. I mean, if there's nobody of that template game, you can just delete the template on your own. I shouldn't have to tell you to do it.
Construction complete.
At least that's my opinion on it. Let's get a Black Hole Observatory and Demon's Maw. I think I can build something unique here, can't I? Or have I not researched it? I'm just gonna assume I haven't researched it because I'm pretty sure there's something unique you can build in neutron star systems, or at least I thought there was. I could be remembering wrong though, or it could just be from one of my other mods.
Construction complete.
And the United Alari Imperium have joined the favorable Concord, so I'm gonna have to deal with two federations. Really, neither are particularly powerful. One's just a little bit more of a pain in the ass to deal with. And that one is going to be the Favorable Concord. Because the United Alari are up here, and I can't attack them. Because I have no way of getting up there. Especially since the Kingdom of Septoka has taken over the wormhole here. Although they haven't quite fortified it outside of upgrading the station to a Starhold. Let's go and hide the factions because I don't need to see it. I am going to go ahead and actually set you guys to industrial focus though. Please focus on getting me minerals. It's generally more important. But of course, still I want you to respect tile resources. Now I do have a lot of spare space to put down some additional colonies. I just need to find some, well, relatively decent-sized worlds. Is mostly what I'm looking for. And there is the size 19 here, but it is bleak, so a little bit less food and a little bit lower habitability. And I would want to clear this to replace the planetary capital there, rather than down here, which is where I would initially place it. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because either way, you're still only going to get 3 adjacency bonuses. Assuming that I respect tile resources, which I generally do. Let's go ahead and colonize this. Where's the closest system? Looks like Impon, which means Mulgarama, or Mulgarima, or however it's pronounced, something like that. And sure, we'll call it Varba. There is an ocean world here, and I can terraform it, I think. Yes, I could turn it into a savanna world. I might do that. Let's see, that's size 20, and then there's a size 12 there as well. Yeah, that's not bad. Now, I can't terraform this. It is within our borders, game. That should be noted. It is in our borders. I just can't terraform it. Because there are people living on it, and thus, that's why you're saying it's not within our borders.
Construction complete.
Owning this planet makes defending this system better if I put a bunch of strongholds here. Because then I don't need to rely solely upon the defenses provided by the station. Because admittedly, my fleets could knock out this station as it stands. That's the thing. And if my fleets can deal with it, the enemy fleets could deal with it, assuming that they have enough power. Now, admittedly, one fleet is always stationed here. So, well, at least it's always stationed here right now. So it's not that big of a deal. These two together would basically hold off just about any assault that came out of the wormhole.
Construction complete.
But since this fleet is eventually going to be moved around on the front lines, eventually it'll end up somewhere up here, more than likely. I would love to own this planet. So, You know what? Yeah, we're gonna take that planet. I can't recruit any new leaders. We're gonna take this planet, purge all the pops on it, terraform it to Savannah, and just basically turn into a fortress world.
Invading Xeno lair.
And it gets these armies a little bit of experience.
Xeno lair secured.
Of course the Xenos are no match for us. You go back to following that fleet. And you guys get purged. Now, nobody should want to move to that planet because it's tropical. And we don't exactly do well on tropical. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Now I do need to go and find a spot to put down a... Well, no, not actually yet. We'll wait until the planet is destroyed before we go and do anything. I'm not even going to bother upgrading the buildings. Although I could. They would automatically... So the buildings aren't going to get destroyed when I take this over. So it's actually... It gets it over with now, so I don't have to deal with it later. You go ahead and secure that sector, or that system rather. So how'd you guys like the little bit of experience you got? I doubt it was enough for you to actually level up, considering it wasn't much resistance.
Construction complete.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys have 12. And although I would like for you to have an ion cannon. That would be wonderful. And that is a sizable damage increase. But is there any modifications I should make to the ion cannons? Doesn't look like it.
Construction complete.
So, design already exists. There's no upgrades that I can possibly do to this thing. But this system is definitely going to get an ion cannon because it's a wormhole. It needs to be well defended. Especially since I don't own the other side of the wormhole. If I owned the other side, there wouldn't be that big of a deal. Science ship. Go survey that system, and once you're done with that, you can come back here and assist research again. Admittedly, it doesn't look like these pirates are particularly interested in coming out to attack me.
Construction complete.
So I could probably actually take down my fortifications on this border without any real issues. Do we have any more black holes? Specifically about black holes that I don't have things in. Yes, there are actually a couple. I have 3 down here.
Construction complete.
And upgrade you. You're on a fairly major path down to the capital. If I go to war with the Star Realm here, who are allies, or do have some allies. And they're not
complete.
Terribly weak allies either. I mean, the Kingdom of Septoka is fairly sizable and is considered superior overall, apparently, because of their naval capacity. That is actually somewhat surprising. Their naval capacity is just that high, apparently. Now, there are some, well, actually, there's not that much I could do about that.
Colonization efforts begun.
Yeah, feel free to insult me. The other one is the Crescox Union. Who are, yep, they have the same allies as you. Now, I could go to war with you.
Construction complete.
Completely ignoring the fact that I technically have a truce going with the Obrak regime. Oh no, that truce is apparently over already. Aha. Interesting, I didn't realize that. I thought it was still ongoing, but apparently it's over. I don't know if it has something to do with them forming a federation with somebody that I don't have a truce with. I suppose that's possible. So I could technically go to war with the Obrak regime and finish them off, while at roughly the same time taking some stuff off the Kazam Citizen League.
Construction complete.
That doesn't sound terrible, if I'm going to be honest. It really doesn't. Also, actually, we have war doctrines. So currently we're on defense in depth, which is plus to fire rate when in home territory. I can't do no retreat because we're not militarist, fanatic militarist, or a machine empire. Or, well, just a hive mind, rather, I guess. Hit and run increases the chance that my ships survive. However, rapid deployment makes my ships faster and capable of engaging at slightly longer ranges. I say slightly because plus 10% I'm pretty sure means basically nothing when most of my weapons are 50 for the smalls, 75s for the mediums, and 120 for the large. Although the Titans would be able to engage sooner, but surprise, surprise, I don't have Titans yet. I've researched them, but I can't build them unless I scrap a ship or two in my fleets. Which I could do, honestly. It doesn't really hurt me if I did. I just kinda don't want to. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna go with rapid deployment. Because these two are very limited in their use. This is only if I'm going to be defending. I'm not going to be defending, so defense in depth is worthless for us. Although we do instantly gain stuff to be part of our home territory after a fight. But no, it doesn't really work for me. Hit and run assumes that I want my ships to constantly try and disengage, which, I mean, I don't mind them doing, but I'm not going to actively sort of encourage it. So we're going to go for rapid deployment for a bonus to weapons range and sublight speed. And this part is at 33 minutes. So I'll be ending this part shortly. And we might be going to war with somebody soon. Probably the Kazam Citizen League and the Obrak regime. It would allow us to finish off the Obrak, however, so that's a nice thing at least. I am going to upgrade you to a Citadel though, so that I can build a Titan assembly yard there, which would enable me to construct Titans. And honestly, Titans are pretty cheap. I just need to scrap a ship or two so that I can have the fleet command limit to actually put a Titan out in the field, which, I mean, I can do. I don't mind. I could get rid of 2 of some of these Corvettes. Although Corvettes are worth 1. I need 6 more to equip a Titan, so not quite going to work. I could get rid of a battleship, and it leaves me with a little bit of spare, which would allow me to go ahead and say, let's add a couple more of the Nakondor class Corvettes, which are my point defense Corvettes. Yes, of course they are. Though I don't think I need more of them, to be completely honest. 14 I'm pretty sure is overkill, all things considered. Plus I have another destroyer that has more point defense weapons on it, so again, bit overkill on point defense for us. But it is an option, and I think I'm gonna go for it. So, one battleship is gonna disappear. Let's make sure it's not a good battleship. So get you a Titan. And a couple more of those, and that's done. You, same story. You get a Titan. You get a couple more of those. And I think there is a cap on Titans. But I don't recall what it is off the top of my head, and I think it has some relation with a certain amount of naval capacity. How long will it take to build that? Oh, about 2 years. Now, adaptability is certainly not a useless thing. Well, the opener isn't, at least. What are my species like? Do we still have the... We do still have fleeting. Purity doesn't really do anything particularly useful for us. Well, except for Starbase hull points, which is potentially useful, though it's still somewhat limited. Citizen Pop Happiness is actually useful. This is the same as it always is, and I don't think it's particularly useful at this point in the game. You do get me to survive longer. I'm not going to be in defensive wars, though, so Bulwark of Harmony is worthless for us, although the plus to fire rate within our own borders is potentially useful. To a degree, of course. If it was 15% everywhere, it'd be even better. Greater Good is also useful because recently conquered planets especially won't be as upset about the whole they're being purged thing. But I'm inclined to go for adaptability for the 15% reduction in... Oh, that's food consumption. Ah, but the finisher makes it to my farms produce an extra mineral. And sectors in particular love farms when set to respectile resources. So, yeah, we're gonna go for adaptability. That also gets a little bit extra food, which speeds up pop growth.
Construction complete.
Oh, we're missing the influence now. And I'm not allowed to rival people. I do want to finish off the Kazam, though.
Construction complete.
Let's get a black hole observatory there to speed up that. I got some more primitives here. But it's not a particularly useful world, so they get to live, unlike the other guys here on, they've already been purged. They have, wonderful. Terraforming. Is it Savannah that we like? I forget. Yes, Savannah's the one we like the most. So we're gonna go ahead and convert Ultan into a Savannah world.
Construction complete.
And I'll be putting the planetary capital here. Yes, that's a food tile, but it maximizes the adjacency bonuses. And plus it's right next to a 3 mineral tile right now, though it might change. Terraforming does, to my understanding, change things a little bit, so... But that's going to be it for this part. I will see you all in the next part, but until then, a goodbye and a farewell.